Picture this. It's already winter, but you got a day to ride. You go out to your bike because it's actually warm one day, bike won't start. Let's fix that. Okay guys, this one should be pretty easy, but here's what you'll need. You'll need a screwdriver to actually unbolt the screws from your battery. You'll need a socket wrench with a 1-inch quarter socket. Included with the kit actually has the little bit of an Allen wrench, it's 6 millimeters. You'll probably want some pliers to help you actually get some torque on that thing when you actually screw the bolts in. And you'll probably want some needle nose once you actually lose bolts down and below and you can't really reach them. But of course we'll probably need a battery. Let's go. Okay, so if you're anything like me, this is a little bit more complex than it has to be. If you got the stock seat on there, you just pop that right off. Way easier. If you're anything like me, you got this seat right here. It screws on to the back. I actually use the bolt from the saddlebag brackets right here, so just a little 6 millimeter Allen wrench is all you need to remove that. Of course, I've also got my bag here complicating things, so let's remove that. After that, the seat should just come right up. Alright, now that the seat is removed, all we have to do is remove the fuse box and get to the battery down below. What you do to do that is there's a little tab right here next to this cable. Lift it up to unseat it from its track, pull it right out. Easy as cake. Now that that's out of the way, you want to get the battery hold down out of the way. And for that, you just need a 1/2-inch socket. It goes in right here. And that should just come out the rest by finger once it's loose. Give it a good finger. You'd be surprised with the results you can get. We'll move the negative lead out so we can remove the battery hold down. It should just unseat from the bottom. Of course, this cable was installed, seemingly, by someone who didn't think this through too well. So for that, we're gonna use our next tool and get our Phillips head screwdriver out. I'm just gonna loosen that lead right on top so I can slide this to the right a little bit. There we go. Battery hold down is out. Now this is the time at which we are going to disconnect our battery. And whenever you're doing stuff like this, you always want to get rid of the actual negative side first. That way there's less chance of a spark. With this, we are also disconnecting a secondary cable that allows us to charge the battery. So that should just come right up now. Voila. Then we can also go ahead and get rid of this side too. Removing that bolt. And that is a battery that should be free to exit. There we go. These you'll want to keep if the battery that you're using is going to need this square entry point right into the sides here. Here we have our moto bat. It's going to go in just the way we want, but it comes with a kit that allows it to be customized that way. It comes with all sorts of various screws and sundry. For particular pickles like these where we don't have a lot of space in the corner down here, I'm actually going to use the brass that came with it, and hopefully that won't give us any negative side of contact for the bike. I'll tell you what though, I need a better Allen wrench than this. You know what? I think I'm going to put the hold down in first. That way we can just wire it over top, because now I get why the guys at the factory did that. Okay, now you should not be going anywhere. Okay. Side note, look at the size of this. There's the solenoid, there's the hold down. If you have a long socket on here, it's going to go right into that. What a design. Bravo, Indian.
2 hours later.
Let's just call that a connection, shall we? Now the next step would just be to tuck this under and have our fuse box back in place. And it's just that easy. Stolen Voltire line. Dig it. Now, before we put the seat back on, we have everything back together how we need. I just want to test to see if this is actually going to start the bike. We do have power. We have fuel injection. So now that we have our beautiful bike back, we should be able to just get our seat back on. You know what, guys? I actually rather like the way this looks without the bag. I really miss having saddlebags. And that's how you change an Indian Scout battery. Lots of screaming, lots of yelling, a few bit of tools, and a lot of time digging with the camera. So I hope you enjoyed this little masterclass of Indian Scout wizardry. If you enjoy any more stuff like this, check this playlist out right up here. I do other mechanic stuff-wise with the Indian Scout that's far more frustrating. And if you haven't already, hit that like button, subscribe, and see you in that next video up there. Peace.